welcome back to the Empire Let's Play series. Between episodes, I've been gathering up some materials and some supplies and making some plans. So you can see over here in our chest, I've gathered up all kinds of stuff to do some trading with the villagers. I've got some emeralds, I've got some bottles, I got some books, some rotten flesh, and some paper that I gathered up from all of the other villages. And a little later, I'm going to make a point to trade with some of our folks up here. But to start today, I want to do a little bit of improvement on our mines. So we've dug two mines. One of them is just right over here, and this is our deep slate mine. So we run up here. This little shack we dug to get the deep slate for our bridge. And Michael gave me a great suggestion. So when we drop down, we just sort of drop all the way down into a little pool of water. Just like that. And his idea was, if I was to put a fence gate right here and put the water up there, then I could hit the water, drop through, and then just start walking rather than having to do this awkward climb out of the water thing. So I'm going to give it a shot. So if I put this here, and then I put the water right above it, hopefully, yeah, it'll just sit there. Then if I open the fence gate, it should stay there. And then this would be a 1, 2, 3 block drop, which should be fine. Grab some deep slate and put that right there. Okay, let's give this a shot. All right, we go to the top, and then when we go down... Ooh, that was really scary, but it worked. That's amazing. I've never done that before. It looks super clean. Yeah, that's really unnerving when you just fly through it. Okay, now that we've got that one taken care of, let's grab some supplies. We'll head over to Mingus and add a water elevator to our original mine. Let's see, I need some soul sand. And then I need to make a few fence gates. All right, let's grab our horse and head over to Mingus. Okay, right over here is our original mine. And we've been going down a ladder. And what I'd like to do is dig a water elevator to get us up and then a drop to get us down. Now, if you've been watching since the very beginning, you might remember that every time we go down here, there's a lot of mob sounds. I think we're going through, a cave. So you can see Enderman whoops, zombie groans. So as we start digging, I think we're going to run into some monsters. Now this is 1, 2, 3, 4 wide. So I think what we might do is maybe put the elevators up and down in the corners, and then we would just have a little space in between. Let's see. Let's go ahead and just dig straight down. Wow, I already hear the zombies. Let's do this. This might be a terrible idea. Mm-hmm. Okay, we're going to do the same thing here where we're going to put a fence gate, open it up, and then we'll climb back up here and we will put some water on top of it, like so. And then we'll just pillar back up. Okay, that is the way down. This will be the way back up. Okay, soul sand is going to go in there. And then we just need to fill this whole thing up with water. And there we have it. We've got our way down and we've got our way up. And now we don't have to climb all those ladders anymore. Next thing I want to do is work a little bit on the path that we started last episode. We're going to run back up to Coltrane real quick and grab us a couple of donkeys. Okay, so up here, we've got a couple of donkeys here that we're going to use to hold our materials as we work on this end of the road. And then we'll grab these two donkeys and bring them with us to work on the other end of the road. All right, grab that donkey and grab that donkey. And let's see if we can get him to follow us here. Okay. Grab our horse, tie him up as well. Fantastic. This is where we did a bunch of work last episode, and I did a little bit of planning here. So I think these 3 blocks represent where the road will kind of break off. And then I sort of sketched out how it's going to descend. And then we will continue in that direction with the road off towards the jungle. So next thing I want to do is build this little section right here with the offshoot from our main road. And I think we'll do that in the form of a time lapse. As we walk up the road, we now come to an intersection. And so we can walk down the hill here or down the hill here. This one, continue off in the distance there. I did do a little bit of decorating, just planted a couple of trees. This one turned out to be a really big tree. Put some water over here and over here. And then I terraformed the hills just a little bit to make it feel a little more natural. I think it looks pretty good so far. Some of these straight up and down walls, we might even those out a little bit. Next thing I want to do is I want to move the donkeys down the path a little bit. So the path is going to come along like this. It's going to descend, and then we hit this tunnel area. And I think the next thing I want to do today is work on the entrance to this tunnel. You can see here where I was digging along, and then I kind of got lazy and I stopped digging the tunnel so high. We will remove this and make the tunnel taller. But my focus for right now is just the entrance. I want to make this look a little more cool. I decided to do just a real simple, tough accent. So you can see here as we walk in, this side has some nice tough blocks and tough bricks arranged in a really attractive way. This side has just a little bit of texture. And then I started to remove the ceiling and we ran into that ravine that's above us. So we'll have to install a ceiling here. I'm not sure what to do with the walls yet. I would like to make them look a little more decorative and a little more structural, maybe even build some light into them. It's not a super long tunnel. You can see the end of it down there. So we could do something, fairly elaborate. It wouldn't be too difficult. As we run down here, at the end of the tunnel here, we have that river. And I just want to really quickly pillar across. So we'll just use some stone. So right here is where we're going to build the bridge. There you have it. The bridge will intersect with this kind of rocky shore here, and then we'll build a road off towards the jungle. But before we get to the jungle, I want to build something right here. We will probably dig up all of this gravel here just so we can have it in case we need it. And I think I want to build kind of centered on this nice little bay here. Now, as far as how big the build is going to be, I have a rough idea, but I'm not entirely sure. I'm going to kind of see how it comes together. I think we're going to be about that big. So that will be one side of the build. That'll be our main entrance, and that will be the other side of the build. and it might be equally deep. So just a big square building out here. And we are going to use this to house our map. I want to do a map of the entire world that we are working in so that we can see the work happen. And then the village maps that we get will have like a map library where we can keep them here. I'm definitely going to need a new axe to chop down all these trees, and we might need to run down to the swamp to get more sand so I can get some more glass. We're going to need a bunch of glass as well. Lots and lots of work to do yet. Got the bridge to build, we've got this road section, we've got the tunnel. The map library will be a cool addition to our world. I'd also at some point like to build a stable somewhere so we can gather up more of the horses. And then ultimately we'll move towards the jungle and we'll build a jungle village. To wrap up today, we're going to do some trading with our villagers. I know that some of the villagers that we need to trade with want things like bottles or books. So I've gathered up some of those and I want to see if we can maybe level a couple of them up. Let's grab some of these goodies here. This guy wants glass bottles. Okay, we're up to diamond, and now we can get nether wart, or we can get bottles of enchanting. This guy will also take our rotten flesh. It's a little bit weird that the cleric doesn't trade any potions. This guy wants us to buy stone shovels and stone axes. Okay, he now has an iron trade, which is useful. We need more emeralds, and we can get a bell. This guy wants 5 emeralds and a book for a Smite 1 book. Oh my gosh, and he only will give us that much? What'll he give us for paper? Oh man, the paper trade's so much better. Okay, now for 26 emeralds, he'll give us a Smite 5 book. It's way better than that. Not that I really need it. And then just for books, he will give us some emeralds. Okay, he'll give me an Unbreaking 1 diamond axe for 16. It's not a great trade. And at diamond level, you get a sharpness 2 diamond sword. We're good in the sword department, so not very helpful. Fortune 1 efficiency 2 shovel and an Unbreaking 2 axe. Light gray glazed terracotta and blue glazed terracotta. And now we get quartz. Well, I think that's about all we're getting out of them today. Once we get some more materials, we can trade some more with them. And I think that's where I'm going to wrap this one up. If you want to be like these folks and help support the channel, scan the code on the screen or click join down in the description. And thanks for watching. I hope you had fun. Please like and subscribe if you want to follow along on the adventure, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.